It's new, it's exciting, it's informative. It's the new City Buzz Hip Hop Magazine, the first Cleveland hip hop magazine ever. City Buzz. City Buzz. Purchase yours today. City Buzz represent the indie artists in the game. City Buzz got the podcast and the magazine. From Cleveland to the Pennsylvania line represent. When you buy the magazine, it's money well spent. City Buzz, City Buzz, City Buzz, a City Buzz, City Buzz, City Buzz. Purchase your copy of the City Buzz mag today. The City Buzz mag 121 at gmail.com. Welcome to City Buzz Podcast. Today is Friday, May the 21st, 2021, and I am your host, Mr. Solo. And today we're going to be going into some topics about how to level up in the music business, how to take your talents and your skills to the next level, self-promotion, sponsorship, and making efforts pay off for you. So we're going to start out with a bit of information from the sources that I have here. First of all, I don't want everybody knows that what I do, in music business. I'm a producer as well as a recording artist. And I just want to share some information with y'all, let y'all, other artists, so you guys and girls can know, some of the ins and outs of the business. Well, they don't tell you this in the major labels. They're not going to tell you this. The A&R people are not going to tell you this. Their job is to drape you in, to get you to sign on to this contract, give you some money, and set you up so that they can make money off of you. So right now, you may feel that you're not valuable, but you are valuable, but not valuable in a sense to where somebody's going to drop $1 million on your campaign to support you. So with that being said, you have to learn that the music business is just that. It's business. And you can't mix business with pleasure. We already know that already. So with that being said, you got to know how to do more than rap and sing. And that's beneficial for the advancement of your career. Because it's always not that the singer has a good sound or a good voice, a good vibe, or whatever. Sometimes people, they will choose a person based on what they can make them out of. Because at the end of the day, it's the engineer, the music engineer, and the producer is what make the artist sound good, what make the artist pop. Without that, you have just somebody singing and somebody rapping. Okay, there are individuals who specialize in artist development, and artist development is helping you to have a career path. Whereas you got just a goal or just a dream or thought in your head. Okay, that's where I come in at. I also do artist development. And I help you get where you need to be on the track that you're trying to get on. I'm one of the key players who put the shine in the artist, like the shine in the diamond. Nobody gets a recording contract because you're great. You don't get a recording contract because you're great. You get a recording contract because somebody sees potential in you that they can use to make money for themselves. Okay? Don't jump out the porch thinking that you're going to be the next Drake or the Kendrick Lamar or the Beyonce. If you have something that is slightly marketable, okay, you got to have something marketable. You have something that's slightly marketable, you become a part of a truckload. It gets dumped on the screen and the chunks fall out through the holes. Them the ones that have a chance at success. But it's all, at the end of the day, the success is like a crapshoot. The executive makes so much money off of one Drake album that they can afford to bankroll 1,000 hopefuls. But you can bet your last dollar that nobody in corporate is even listening to 1 minute of your music. All they see is numbers and accounts. And everybody talks about getting on. Well, how do you get on? Well, let's say you take what you can get and invest it in yourself in a wise way. And don't go making it rain with your first $10,000 and don't go out buying a car before you buy a house. Okay, you get a lease on the car, you get a lease on the house, and that way you build up your credit score. And the credit score is a very important thing today. And you got to recognize the entertainment business for what it is, just a business and nothing more. See, in the business, you leave all that other crap outside the door. And when you come to work, you don't bring your personal life into the workplace. It's like you don't take the lawnmower in the house trying to mow the carpet. Everything has its place. The only person whose talent really counts today is the producer and the engineer, like I just said. So these are the people who run the auto-tune or any of the dozen digital programs, that we have out there. In the music industry today, live instruments and great singers are about as useful as tits on a board. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Let's say, it takes a little vocal ingenuity, a little vocal talent. You got to have something going for yourself to start with, like as a base. But, let's say that the artist is a little off key, or the musician rips a chord out of tune. It's okay. Because that's when the producer and the engineer goes into the digital track and edits the whole song anyway. Every sound, instrument, or vocal vibration has been digitized, cataloged, and stored, bought, sold, and packaged into third-party 64 and 32-bit virtual symphonic libraries, which we call a VSL. Therefore, if the pitch is off, the producer can fix it while the singer or rapper is off someplace snorting coke or doing whatever you're doing. I'm not saying that the artist ain't talented, but it's just that their sound really, it doesn't have a whole lot to do with their success, because their sound is going to be recreated. When you're dealing with the major labels, they're going to recreate you. They're going to take you and mold you into what they see as marketable, But today it's all technology, and they say they sang, you sang and rap and played the instrument, but at some point, but live is live really live? If you think about it, all the radio songs, the internet, and the video soundtracks and the stage performances, it's all enhanced by a producer in the studio, digitally. And if you read the credits on some of these movies that you watch, you'll see that they do the similar thing in there, because it's all a part of the entertainment business. Just like music business is a part of entertainment business. Okay, once the band gets signed to a recording contract, they get the full treatment. They can take you sound they'll take the and they'll make something out of that, and they'll enhance your voice, enhance your appearance, just remake you completely. But having that engine to prepare the artist or the group for the next step of shaping and developing the existing sound is a major part of the game. So if you want the attention of the mainstream, you got to step your level up. You got to step your game up. You got to level up. Now, level up, what do you do? Now that you know what the industry is about, you need to know what to do and where you want to go with your personal music, with your whole entire, let's say you call yourself Big Dog. So Big Dog has got to have an image. First of all, you got to have that image. Then after that, with that image, you got to have that personality. And with that personality, it all got to connect with your music. You know, you're a gangster rapper, then they gonna make you into a gangster type character. If you're a trap rapper, they're gonna make you into a trap type character. They're gonna stereotype you into things that you don't want to be. But when you are versatile, you can tap on any of those and use your ingenuity in order to make something big out of something small. Every plant starts with a seed or a spore or some root or bulb or something like that. It starts with something small and it grows into something big and beautiful. There are a number of methods you can use to pursue your career. I've seen many artists buy studio time and they think that it's party time. They go in there, they want to smoke weed and drink and just turn up. And then when they get in the booth, they got 75 takes because they too drunk or too high to perform. And it makes you wonder what their personal life is like with the woman. With that being said, I'm going to give y'all some tips, okay? First tip, self-promotion. You got to promote yourself. You can't depend on nobody else to book you shows. You can't depend on nobody else to distribute your music. You can't depend on anybody else to promote your music online or wherever in the street, or word of mouth, or anything of that nature, until you yourself have put down that footwork. You got to make your bases. Here, wherever. Set up your bases. And then you just like a cell phone tower. You are that main tower. But everything that you do, it sends out and you get pinged back all the way around from every base that you set up. So what I mean by setting up bases, okay, let's say you want to network. The networking is a tricky thing. None of this is easy. I've been doing this for years. None of this is easy. It all takes hard work and dedication, and you can't slack off for 1 minute. Now, everybody is not going to headline a show if they don't know how to go about obtaining that status to where you are the headlining artist. Now, don't be afraid to invest in yourself, because that money that you spend on those certain things that you do regularly, you could set that money to the side and save that and build up to move to the next level. Okay, leveling up here. Let's say you buy out your own venue. That means that you find the venue that you want to perform at. You go in there and you talk to the owner and you negotiate a price. And you tell him, you say, okay, let's say our cash goal is $20,000. We're going to go in there and we're going to tell the owner that we will give him $10,000 for the venue. Okay, now that $10,000 is not really going to bust your pocket open, but that $10,000, half of that $10,000, that $5,000 of that is going to be for the door fee. Okay, you're going to give him $5,000 out of the door fee. You make that known up front. You're going to give him $5,000 of the door money. And the other $5,000 you already going to give him up front. Okay, now, you selling your tickets anywhere from $20 to $25 a piece. Your goal is to sell as many tickets as possible. So, first of all, you have to know how to advertise your show. You're going to make that $20,000 and then some. Because off of the door money and off the ticket money, the ticket sales alone, that's where you make your money at, from the tickets. Okay, you got the door fee. He's already signed an agreement, or she, to accept that door money as his payment. You said $5,000. Okay, let's suppose you only get $3,000 and you make $40,000 just for that night. Now you're out of $13,000. You're out of $13,000, and that $13,000 is not going to hurt your budget at all. Because at the end of the night, you made $27,000. Now, if I had to go over this again, if y'all want the formula, please inbox me on Facebook. You know my name. Subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and I will give you the formula and show you how to do this right here. Now, there's another way that you can make money off self-marketing and self-promotion. Selling hard copies. Before you move into trying to sell anything, make sure that you have the rights. Make sure you own the rights to your stuff. Because if you go out here trying to use these downloaded beats, or you got a beat that your buddy made, make sure that you got it in writing that this is your beat, this is your music. You own the license and the lease to this this particular sound, okay? Because people are shady, and you have to watch for snakes in the grass. All snakes don't crawl on their belly. Some of them walk on two legs. Some of them in wheelchairs, and some of them got one leg. But watch for those anyway. But in order to get yourself, to where you want to be at, you got to be willing to sell yourself out. Don't sell all the way out. You know what I mean by that is you got to sell yourself out. You got to make yourself available. Sometimes you got to take the low end. Create that buzz throughout your community and let people know who you are. Some people may say, oh, my name rings bells throughout this city, such and such and such. Who knows you in Australia? Who knows you in Canada? Who knows you in California? For real, for real. That's what I mean by setting up your bases. You got to set up those bases and your fan bases so that people would know who you are, know where to find your music. You can have 50,000 different platforms where you post your music at, but stick with one that you use when you're advertising. Stick with one platform or one or two platforms that are easily accessible by the listener and by your fans. And what I mean by fans, you have to create that fan base by creating the buzz around your name, around your brand. The brand, without any money behind it, is just another name. Okay, you can call it what you want to, but at the end of the day, you're not making the money off of your brand, off of that name, then you might as well not just another name. But I'm trying to show you how to make that money off of that. You can start out small. Run a test marketing strategy. Okay. You print up 100 to 200 CDs. And either you do it yourself or you have somebody do it for you. You're going to need a great photo for your cover design. And a great graphic design is laid out for you will bring attention to what you're doing. Now, okay, you'll probably sell a lot of these CDs to your friends, which is a plus because you'll be moving toward your goal of getting your money back that you paid for your copyright, and you're going to make a profit off of that. Right now, I think copyright fees are somewhere around between $150 to $300. All depends on which forms that you are interested in. Now, if you want more information on that, like I said, subscribe to the channel. Keep watching, and we'll be telling you how to do your copyrights and all that stuff in the future episodes of this podcast. But if you want to make your money back, you sell 100 CDs at $4 each. If you sell these at $4 each, these are singles, not the whole album. You burn a single. Your single is one song, one instrumental version, one remix. So you got these 3 songs on this CD that you're selling for $4. And if you sell 200 CDs, you'll make $800. Now, then you buy you another 50 CDs and have them printed up, and you pass these out as a test marketing strategy. See how many people that you sold, do a little survey, your little clipboard and stuff. You got to put in work. This don't jump out at you, man. It don't jump out at you. Ain't nobody handing you nothing. This is how you get it. And if you don't test market and you just jump out there and spend, I've seen guys spend $100,000 and don't right to this day, don't nobody know who he is but the people on his street and the people in his neighborhood, because he put too much in one basket and the ship sunk down to the bottom of the water. Now he's working at a restaurant, probably doing something that he really don't want to do. If you don't want to be that guy, then pay attention. Okay, you pass those out at either at your events. Let's say you go do 2 shows, you got 50 free CDs. Pass them out. 25 at each show. Now you got 50 chances for people to subscribe to your brand, to your channel. You can't send out mixed messages. Your live performance, that's also a part of your step and leveling up game. And when you're doing this, renting this venue, all this ties in together. You start from make that money off the venue. You take that money and invest it into something else that's also enhancing and helping your career to grow. Everybody wants to get that 15 minutes of fame. And it's okay to do it to sell tickets. But if you don't have a fan base, real fans, not these people who like it and thumbs up and on YouTube and the internet and Facebook, but they never buy any of your product. You know what I mean? They never buy your product. When you make it available, you have to advertise. You got to make this product available. You can do this also by launching advertisement. You run that ad twice a day, 5 days a week, on social media. Wherever you're at, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. YouTube, you can also use YouTube. But getting back to the subject here, not to get off track, you take what you're doing is self-promotion. You're leveling up by using self-promotion. And then once people start to see that you are doing for yourself and not having somebody else pay for it or riding coattail on somebody else's job, doing what they want to do, and you show that sign of independence, and you show that you are a person who knows how to make a profit. That's when the sponsorship comes in. Now, in order to get that sponsorship, you got to have at least 5,000 to 10,000 viewers, real fans. I'm gonna emphasize that. Real fans, not likes and views on YouTube or other platform. You got to have real fans. And what I mean by real fans, these are real followers. People who follow you, they are on to what you are doing. They are interested in what you're doing. You guys, they are interested in your merchandise. They are spending money on your product. If they only buy something one time, that's a real fan, because that showed that this person was willing to come up off of them the tools and views to get what you're selling. So with that being said, now the sponsors, they look at this and they say, okay, well, this guy got his stuff together, and I think I would like to work with him because him or her, because they got a good head for business. Now, that's when you come into the proposal stage and all of that. That's a topic for another video. But as far as following that trickle-down effect, those things that we have talked about in this podcast, I hope that I have shared some information with you that is helpful. And I hope that you continue to watch the City Buzz podcast, because this is all about bettering the next person. It's based on music and entertainment, but it's also about bettering the next person, because as the saying goes, music calms the savage beast. So we're using this music as an outlet to let go of our emotions, that, to express ourselves, and also to make money. So I hope you all enjoyed the podcast, and I thank you for watching. Once again, this has been City Buzz Podcast, and it's been brought to you by Timepiece Productions in affiliation with Bama Bread Records. And y'all have a blessed day.
It's new, it's exciting, it's informative. It's the new City Buzz Hip Hop Magazine, the first Cleveland hip hop magazine ever. City Buzz. City Buzz. Purchase yours today. City Buzz represent the indie artists in the game. City Buzz got the podcast and the magazine. From Cleveland to the Pennsylvania line, represent. When you buy the magazine, it's money well spent. City Buzz, City Buzz, City Buzz, and City Buzz, City Buzz, City Buzz. Purchase your copy of the City Buzz mag today. City Buzz mag 121 at gmail.com.